Assalamu alaikum and welcome to this video on creating master visualizations. We have already created some dimensions and measures which are important for us. And now we are going to be creating the visualizations. So I have made a new sheet called master graphs. So let me start with this. Let's start with a map. So just drag it here. So in the map, what I would like to see initially is that obviously the fleet cost is something that I want to analyze myself. So what I can do is from the master items, the dimensions, I can just, I have two options here. Either I can add a layer manually from here, like add a layer. So I have the option to add these different types of layers, but obviously I can start with the area layer. So it should recognize the, once I add the country here, so it should recognize the different countries that are available in the data. And then after that, if I want to, drag the fleet cost, I can drag the fleet cost here. So I can say use in country, just click on this and color by fleet cost. So so one of the things I forgot in the last video is that like for the delivery delay and for line item value per insurance and weight, we made a calculation. So I have to make the same calculation for fleet cost as well. So just edit it and I've just made it the average fleet cost per the dimensional value. So I want to find out the average fleet cost per country. Okay. And similarly, I have to make the same change in the line item value as well. You see, it's giving an error. This is the reason. So I have to say I want to find out the average line item value, not the total one. You can find out the total through some other charts. So let's click on apply here. Okay, so now I can add the layer as an area layer, and in this I can add the country. So it's going to recognize the countries, and now when I drag the fleet cost, so it's going to ask me directly, yes, I want to add in this particular layer by the color. So now it's going to give me this average fleet cost for the country, and the more the fleet cost, the darker the color. So what I can do is that I can make some adjustments. So for the location, I have this. For the colors, I can choose to have these different gradients, but I guess this one is pretty good. I can turn on the library colors if I want, but that does not make too much of a difference. The number formatting is auto here. I don't want to reverse the colors. The opacity is also fine for both the outline colors and the color of the country. And for the general, I can choose to show the legend or not. Visible objects show the labels, so you can decide to show the labels, but that's gonna mess up everything. And for the layer display, I have to show the layer obviously, and I can also include some calculation if I want, but currently I'm not using that. And obviously I can include something in the tooltip. So tooltip, I can customize the tooltip in any way I want, but currently let's go with the basic one. So when I'm done with this, then when I click on edit sheet, obviously this, I have the graph here, so I can select one and see the fleet cost. So I can see here that the most, sorry about that, just, so Cameroon probably has the highest fleet cost, and also, this Zimbabwe and Botswana, they also appear to have a larger fleet cost. So Botswana and Cameroon are the ones which have a high level, high fleet cost. So I'll just go back to edit sheet, and I can just push it back up a bit here. So this is one graph for the country. So I can just label it as the fleet cost per country. And let's do one thing, that let's not show the legend, or let's show a small legend here. So let's see what difference that this makes. So It seems okay. You can add other options if you want, or I can choose to, not show the legend at all right now. So regarding the placement of the legend, I have two options here. Either I can go in the map settings, but I have this appearance. In the appearance, I have this legend, and I can just deselect this legend, just to make it more interactive, because I do understand, that the darker colors mean a higher level of read cost. So it does make it, more manageable when I click on edit sheet. And another thing that I want to stress is that, I can just have these selections of the tools. So I can have a lasso tool selection like this, just to focus on certain areas, and I can just click here. So I'll just want to focus on this area for the time being. Okay. So I can just do that. So let's go on edit sheet. Now let's create another chart. Let's create another visualization. Sorry about that. This chart, which is a map. So it's a map. So by default, I don't want to see the legend. So I'll just do like this. So what I can do is that I can add a layer, and let me take a density layer just to demonstrate what options we have. Although in this case it might not be very clear, but let's take the country. So you see, it basically gives me. Let me just make these both same sized here. So it gives me a density, but obviously I want to put something here. So let me go to the master items, the measures, and I'll just drag the delivery delay here and use in country layer. And this is the weight that I can assign to it. Okay, so basically the lighter values represent lesser delays and the darker values represent more delay. So I can just click on this, and the location obviously is there. The weight and the radius, I can decrease the size of this influence radius. So these can, I can just make it to 15 points. They're here just to show you the areas where the delay is more or not. So it's a density plot, and the colors. I can choose to segment the colors or not. So I can have a heat map like this. So in this case, I can include the influence radius. So it's showing me the areas where the delay is more in Africa, as compared to those areas where the delay is less. Yeah, so colors we have already seen. The sorting and options, that's pretty good. That's okay. And currently, the layer display, I'm showing the layer. Okay, so these are the properties from the country, but I also have these properties of appearance. I have the map settings as well. So I can change the base map. So let's me take the base map as this. Yeah. So the base map is the satellite image. I can also have a pale one. That looks pretty boring. So I think satellite is just dingling up there, but I mean it's okay. It's just for demonstration purposes. You can improve it later on yourself. And the appearance, obviously, I can add the title here because I'm not making any legend, so the legend is off currently. And in the presentation, I also have these options of navigation. So if I want to navigate, the location finder allows me to put the name of the country and it's going to find the location, but currently we don't need that. And the rest of the options seem pretty simple to understand. So if I, just click on edit sheet. So here are the feed cost per country. So let me change the base map for this as well. So map setting. So let me make this also as the satellite one, just to make it more comparative. We have to change this color, so you can change this. So I'll just say delivery delay, and that's it. I don't want to say per country because that's pretty obvious. So now we have the feed cost and we have the delivery delay, and in this way you can experiment with different options, different maps, and you can see how things are working out. So So in here, I can make a selection for a particular area, and you can see get the density also. So I can actually zoom into that place where the density is showing, which is actually Ethiopia. So I'll just deselect that and should it should zoom out basically. So this I can deselect the option from here and show me the default case here. So you can play with this and understand how these two charts are working together. Okay. So that's it from me as far as maps are concerned. Thanks very much for watching this video.